It starts with the problem framing. When we frame the problem, we need to frame it in a way that cuts across functions. The problem is not that sales is doing this and that IT is doing that and that HR is doing this other thing. We need to frame problems in a way that cuts across the organization and that the entire organization feels. And that then pulls through to the strategy that we will articulate, the value proposition. We need to articulate the value proposition in a way that it takes the whole company to deliver. And when we do that, when we have this conversation about what the whole company needs to be coordinated in order to deliver effectively, we then arrive at something where we say, okay, here are the actions that are needed in transformation, and those actions are not going to be siloed. We need to take these actions across the company, across all of these different functions. And so that influences the way that the leaders in the organization need to collaborate with each other. That's a big thing, is that for me, often when I've seen siloization within functions, that's a reflection of the siloization or the lack of collaboration at the leadership level. If your head of marketing and your head of sales don't work together, it's a very good bet that your marketing team and your sales team also don't work well together. Once you get your chief marketing officer and your chief revenue officer or something like that, whatever those titles are within your organization, if you get those C-suite representatives of those functions collaborating really deeply on outcomes that they can only deliver jointly, like neither of them could do it on their own, and therefore they are seeing the importance of collaborating and the value of collaborating instead of working in silos, that really has a profound effect on the rest of the organization. So part of that is interpersonal, part of that is kind of the soft cultural side, but then it also needs to be complemented by the more process-oriented pieces. Like if the CRO and the CMO are going to collaborate with each other, what are the kinds of new forums that we need to create for that? What are the new check-in cadences that we need to create for this initiative that they are jointly spearheading, for them to check in with each other, to update each other on progress, to discuss observations, new opportunities, emerging risks, these kinds of things, to be able to manage that initiative effectively. And then from there, the actions that are flowing out of that decision-making forum, how is that being delegated to other forums where you have operational members of those two teams collaborating with each other? So that's where we start to see those silos coming down. It starts with framing a problem that it takes everyone to solve. From there, it flows into positing actions that it takes the whole organization to execute. And from there into working formats, working structures, working containers that bring together the participation of members of those various teams.